Hello and welcome to Money in the Ring, the podcast at the intersection of the business and wrestling worlds. My name is Ian Silvera and this is episode 2. So to start off with a quick update on the Hogan scandal, anger has turned to comedy as cruel yet hilarious users of Twitter have started to troll the veteran grappler. Basically, people have been sending Hulk messages of apparent support. One of my favourites is this message. This is me and my mate. We know you're not racists. Ignore the press and haters. We love you, brother. The users have attached a picture of England and Arsenal stars Jack Wilshere taking a selfie with Danny Welbeck. Of course, most of the world knows who these guys are, but soccer or football, whatever you call it over there, is not a big thing, and Hogan is totally unaware of the rib, resulting in him sharing the image with more than 1 million of his followers on the social media site. Double H has also shared his own cryptic wisdom. Shoulder and Bizman, do I have my workouts turned around, brother? He has told his fans, whatever that means. If you know, get me on Twitter. I'm at Ian J. Silvera. On a more serious side of things, let's have a look at WWE shares. We know when we reported on Friday that they had fallen, Forbes actually said that amounted to $50 million, quite an incredible sum. While they are down again after opening at $16.60, they've fallen to $16.10, recorded at 6:30 p.m. GMT. Right, let's get on to some lighter stuff. Video games and wrestling. Does it get better? Probably does, to be honest. While WWE are releasing the 2K16 game in October, and the news today is Arnold Schwarzenegger is going to be making an appearance after his cameo at WrestleMania to plug his latest Terminator film. This time he's appearing as the T-800 from the Terminator and Terminator 2 Judgment Day films. Obviously very exciting news for those people who like wrestling games like Terminator, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. But the catch seems to be you're going to have to pre-order the game. Not a big fan of pre-ordering myself. If you don't pre-order, millions of players will stress test the video game before you fork out any dosh for it, expose any faults if it does have any, and any glitches. Not saying that this game will, but we've seen in the past with some high profile video games across the industry, pre-ordering may not be the right way to go. This is good news nonetheless for WWE and 2K, especially after the Hogan scandal. I've just looked at some quotes. This is what Arnie's saying. I've achieved many things in my life, but I've always said success means staying hungry and pushing the limits. There's no I'll be back there. Maybe it's something to do with Genesis, the latest installment in the franchise. It was basically critically panned. Look at Rotten Tomatoes, for instance. It's garnered a rating of 26%. Here's what the website says. Mired in its muddled mythology, Terminator Genesis is a lurching retread that lacks the thematic depth, conceptual intelligence, or visual thrills that launched this once mighty franchise. Pretty harsh stuff. But the audience, yes, the people go out and buy this stuff, more than 60,000 people of them have gave it an average score of 61%. And 3.6 out of 5. My conclusion from that is people still love Arnie. They're going to buy this video game, particularly because he's in it. WWE and 2K have released a pretty good YouTube video as well. It's got Dean Ambrose, Paige, Finn Balor, Daniel Bryan, packed full of stars. Of course, it's got Arnie as a character. It's pretty funny. Check it out on YouTube. Let me know what you think. Again, Ian J. Silvera on the Twitter. Hit me up on there. Finally, last but not least, we've got Ring of Honor. It's reportedly lost its 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time slot on Destination America on Wednesdays. It's now going to hit at 11 p.m. The sources for this are Dave Meltzer on Wrestling Observer Radio and Pro Wrestling Insider as well. They're saying Destination America is trying out new programs. Don't watch too much ROH myself. There's a lot of wrestling going on. I am a subscriber of the WWE Network. I get a lot of my fill from that. But obviously this is not great news for ROH. They're going to be falling behind TNA on Wednesday. And before that, at 8 p.m, instead of the wrestling show, it's going to be Bigfoot in America on Destination America. The show is going to feature something squatchy happening across America. There are chilling encounters with the Seep Squatch in Kentucky. The Bat Squatch rains terror from the skies in Rio Grande. And in the Pacific Northwest, there is new evidence that the Sasquatch is real. This is what the Destination America website says. With that new natural history scare in mind, that's all for this episode of Money in the Ring, the podcast at the intersection between business and wrestling. Remember to hit me up on the Twitter, Ian J. Silvera. You can email me, description below. Thanks for listening. The song is All I Want Is To Be Your Girl by Beat Driver 408, licensed under Creative Commons.